Welcome to Serenity Alzheimer's Research. Neuroinflammation. So, there was a study that was published in the Public Medical Central, PMC. It explains that chronic neuroinflammation caused by microglial cell activation and cytokine release is a central mechanism in the pathogenesis of Alzheimer's disease. As we know, Alzheimer's disease, AD, is a neurodegenerative disease that is the most common cause of dementia, the most known type of dementia. And it is characterized by cognitive decline and neuronal loss. So, Alzheimer's disease currently affects more than 5 million Americans. Who knew? And it is expected to become even more common as life expectancies increase, which is horrible. So there will be more Alzheimer's going on. It is estimated that by 2050, 13.8 million Americans will be living with Alzheimer's disease. Oh my, this is sad. Research that has been published in the Science Direct has investigated the part of neuroinflammation and in neurodegenerative maladies, also known as diseases, including Alzheimer's. It addresses the continuous talk about whether neuroinflammation is defensive or hurtful. Do you think that it is defensive or hurtful? Let's find out. Now, here's a picture of microglial. So microglia separated from the amyloid plaques and the NFTs, microglia intact plays a critical part in neurodegeneration. So microglia is very important. It plays a major role in the deterioration in the brain and causing the inflammation. So let's see what we can find out about this. Is it so good or hurtful? Does it have some positive aspect? Is it all negative? In spite of the fact that aggravation within the body is aimed to be defensive and over the top, incendiary reaction can cause or contribute to tissues harm and infection pathology. With the term neuroinflammation, we mean that the fiery reaction within the central anxious framework axillary of the neuronal offended. So the astrocytes and the microglia cells are the most common source of cells within the fiery reaction within the central apprehensive framework, okay? The CNS, central nervous system. Microglia cells are the inhibition of microphages of the CNS. They speak to around 10% of the CNS particulates and play a vital part, not as it were in the neurogenesis. So the neural versatility and the recovery, but also as to begin with the line of resistance defense. In case of any kind of brain damage. So they have the capability to phagocytose the poisonous item, discharge the cytotoxic components, and can be antigen presenting cells. Okay. So, in no attendance of outside jolts, the microglia cells are in a resting state or they're inactive. Okay. So, in any case with ramified morphology, the microglia can check their locales and their environment without intrometer. So, with neurons and neuronal exercises, it can screen all the brain parenchyma every few hours. So when detected, they go through the morphologic changes and changing their shape to an intact, amoeboid, and versatile one. They are able to reach the location of harm. These cells are then stated that they will stay there for a long time within the acute phenotype discharging cytokines and the neurotoxic operators that can decline the CNS harm. The actuation design of these microglia cells permits the classification of the cells into two distinctive phenotypes. You got the M1, or either is called classical intact, and then you have the M2, which is known as being activated. So we can conclude from this research that the microglia is a major factor in inflammation. So it's seeming that more harm is done than good. The resources here is Science Direct and the NCBI, which is the Public Medical Hub. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share. Thank you.